The world is dangerously poor. Many amongst us are severely hungry. Millions of people on our planet go to bed hungry every day. The findings of the Global Hunger Index are extremely shocking. It is immensely disheartening. The report says that the fight against hunger is dangerously off track. It says that the world as a whole, and 47 countries in particular, will fail to achieve a low level of hunger by 2030. So what is driving hunger? The report says conflict, climate change, and COVID-19. These are the three most powerful and toxic forces that are driving hunger. Where does India stand in the World Hunger Index report? In just a year, India has slipped 7 places. From 94, India is today on 101 on the Global Hunger Index. Think about this. Out of the total 116 countries, India is in a position of 101, which means only 15 countries fare worse than India. Which means India almost stands shoulder to shoulder with war-torn countries like Afghanistan and poor countries like Somalia and Nigeria. Which means the problem of hunger amongst Indians is worse than the problem of hunger faced by our neighboring countries like Pakistan, which stands at rank 92, Nepal at rank 76, Bangladesh also at 76, and Sri Lanka at 65. India at rank 101. These are figures that should make any government introspect. But what is the Indian government doing about all this? They have found the easy way out. They have decided to junk the report. The Women and Child Development Ministry recently issued a press release saying, "It is shocking to find that the Global Hunger Report 2021 has lowered the rank of India on the basis of FAO estimate on proportion of undernourished population, which is found to be devoid of ground reality and facts and suffers from serious methodological issues." The publishing agencies of the Global Hunger Report, Concern Worldwide and World Hunger, have not done their due diligence before releasing the report. Oxfam, an international NGO, has said that the Global Hunger Index report and India's rank unfortunately reflects the reality of the country, where hunger accentuated since COVID-19. So what should be done about hunger in India? Who needs to act? How will this problem be addressed? The first step towards solving a problem is accepting that there is a problem. Let's look at the Indian government's own data on hunger and poverty. The National Family Health Survey, which is a countrywide survey conducted by the Indian government's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, shows that between 2015 and 2019, many Indian states ended up reversing the gains made on child nutrition parameters. The 2019-2020 data that was released for 22 Indian states in the last 5 years states that more than half of the states experienced an increase in child stunting. Stunted children are children who are too short for their age. Stunting reflects chronic undernutrition during the most critical periods of growth and development of a child's early life. The Indian government's NFHS data itself shows that there was also an increase, a more than 2/3 increase in underweight children. The Poshan Abhiyan, which is the Prime Minister's overarching scheme for holistic nourishment, launched to improve nutrition among children, pregnant women and lactating mothers. This scheme has been facing funding and implementation related issues. The scheme is being clubbed with many other schemes. As per data, only 0.57% of the current budget has been allocated towards funding the actual Poshan scheme. While the government questions the Global Health Index report, the reality is that GHI sources its data from various international agencies like the World Bank, the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations. These are reports that are scientifically worked upon by leading international scientists, surveyors, and experts. The World Bank had earlier stated that malnutrition in India is 2 to 7 times higher than other BRICS member nations, and the rate of decline has been far from satisfactory. According to the media, the prevalence of moderate to severe food insecurity in India increased by 6.8% in 2018 to 2020. And all this despite the government having a whopping 100 million tons of food grains in its godowns. The food that is stocked in our godowns are one of the largest the world has ever stocked. So there is food in our godowns, but it is just not reaching all the hungry people. While the government must take food insecurity and food distribution seriously, it rather makes a hue and cry of a report that brings the world's focus on poverty and hunger. Something the world cannot afford, especially when we are facing a pandemic and millions of people are distressed, distraught, and jobless. The National Human Rights Commission had earlier written to the centre and the state governments stating that citizens have a fundamental right to be free from hunger. The Commission said the right to food is inherent to a life with dignity, and Article 21 of the Constitution, which guarantees fundamental right to life and personal liberty, should be read with Article 39A and 47. Article 39A states that citizens have the right to an adequate means of livelihood. Article 47 states that the state shall regard the raising of the level of nutrition and the standard of living of its people and the improvement of public health as among its primary duties. Poverty is not an accident. It is man-made. The poor in our country don't need charity. They need justice. Food security is a matter of right. It is a matter of human dignity. Money cannot eradicate poverty. Charity cannot eradicate hunger. Only the will of the government can.